Welcome into Film Friday here on the Arrowhead Addict podcast. I am Matt Verderam, and today we are going to look at the Chiefs' defense, specifically rookie Trent McDuffie, who, of course, has been out for a couple of months with a pretty significant hamstring injury. He is now back, and he played very well against the Tennessee Titans. Now, let's be clear. The Titans do not throw the ball very much. They do not have great receivers. It was an ideal situation for McDuffie to come back and play this game. But there was one play in particular where he was put in a situation where he was on an island, and he was asked to go one-on-one on a deep ball down the sideline. You might recall right at the beginning of the fourth quarter, it was a third down. Austin Hooper, the tight end for Tennessee, was going up against him. And so we'll run it in a minute, but let's set the scene. Tennessee is at this point winning 17-9. Okay. Kansas City cannot give up any more points. Time is of the essence. They need to be getting the ball back, get as many opportunities as it possibly can to score. If you look at the Titans, they're in a 4-by-1 set. They go empty gun. This is not something the Titans do very often. Obviously, very much a run team. They get under center quite a bit. Not here. Okay, they are gun. Willis is going to throw. It's not a huge down and distance. It's third and about 4.5. Okay. The Titans have trips to the right plus a receiver wide outside the number. So it's a 4-by-1 set, isolating Hooper and McDuffie on the back side of the play, on the boundary side of the play. The Chiefs are in a nickel. 4 down linemen, Gay and Bolton on the field. We'll see it in a second. Bolton's going to blitz. Gay's going to go into coverage. But if you just were to split the field down the middle, it's 4-on-4 and it's 1-on-1, and the Chiefs are not playing any real deep safety here. I mean, this is just essentially every man for himself, make a play. And I want you to watch McDuffie. He's gonna run with Hooper, but before he takes off and runs, he's really patient. He waits for Hooper to make the first move. Even though he knows he has no safety help, there's no panic. He's very under control, and that's a big part of why he makes the play here. So as we start to run it, you're going to see Bolton blitz. Okay, he's going to be the fifth man in, but you see McDuffie on the bottom of the screen. Hasn't moved. He didn't turn and bail, right? Because he's probably thinking here, it's 3rd and 5. I'm going against a tight end. Could be a shorter route. Could be something where he's trying to go inside. Look at McDuffie's leverage. McDuffie is not going to allow Hooper to get inside without a bunch of contact, right? And he knows he's got the blitz, so he's expecting a quick throw. He's expecting something hot. McDuffie does a nice job here of using his body and using the angle to force Hooper to go outside. Now, as it turns out, Hooper's going to run a go route anyway. So McDuffie puts himself in good position by taking away the inside lane, widening, making this a tougher throw for Willis. Okay, up top, we're not going to focus too much on that because the ball's not going to go there, but the Chiefs have pretty good coverage here. It's really a mismatch of a lot of guys, a lot of traffic. It'd be a very tough throw for a kid like Willis to make. Obviously, his second career start, a 3rd-round pick out of Liberty. He's not going to go trying to fit a ball in there. It's just not in his skill set at this point. If we run it a little bit, watch McDuffie here. Okay, there's no panic. He turns and runs. He flips his hips. He's right on the inside hip of Hooper. It's exactly where he wants to be, right? He can now use the boundary as a second defender. Hooper does a good job of not getting too wide. He stays as close to the numbers as he can, but McDuffie does a good job by getting that leverage. Now, one thing I've got to note here. If Willis had taken off and run, honest to God, he might have run for a touchdown. There is a huge gap in the Chiefs line. A huge gap if you look at it. And Willie Gay is running play side. He's going to help in coverage. If Malik Willis takes off on this play, honest to God, Trent McDuffie's the only one who's got a shot at him. Malik Willis is incredibly athletic. He might have run legitimately 85 yards. But thankfully for the Chiefs, he does not take off and run. So now as we run this play a little more, watch McDuffie. Watch as he stays in the pocket. Now the ball's on the way. Look at it right here. Ball's about to get there. McDuffie's turning his head. He's in perfect position. He's not making contact with Hooper. He's not interfering with him. He's got his head around. Now, if he does not turn his head here and he continues to run, he's going to make contact with Hooper. He's going to run him over. This is going to be a big play for Tennessee. It's going to be a 20-yard penalty and a 1st down on 3rd and 5. Instead, McDuffie does what a lot of guys still haven't learned to do 5-6 years in their careers. Turns, gets his head around. He sees Hooper turn, he turns. He continues to run, stays inside the body, uses himself as a wedge between the ball and Hooper. And as we run the play through here, you will see perfectly McDuffie plays right through it. The official's right there in the bottom corner of your screen. Perfectly done. Perfectly done. Trent McDuffie used patience. He used leverage. He used intelligence. And at the end, he used his skills to turn his head and to make the play. That is why the Chiefs took Trent McDuffie in the first round. Yes, it's against a tight end. Yes, it's against a rookie quarterback. But that was a well-thrown ball. That was a well-run route by a very smart veteran. And McDuffie played it absolutely perfectly. Well done by the kid.